Alright. I say it's nearly time to end this trilogy. Sky/Mike is back, and let's just get right into it. When we last left off, we controlled Edgeworth. I'm still up at this hour, reading through the trial record of a certain case. It's the first case my mentor, Mia Fey, had ever handled in the court of law. The horrifying truth that I refuse to accept is holding me hostage here within its pages. Dahlia Hawthorne. What I've read, I don't want to believe. What is written here? This isn't the Dahlia I knew. After falling into Eagle River, I was somehow miraculously saved. But I ended up catching a cold that seemed to knock me around the world and back. I felt dizzy, my ears are ringing, my throat burns, and my head is on fire. But I will recover. I have to recover by this afternoon. I have to meet with the most ill-tempered witness imaginable. But I know that he will be able to help me with him. Somehow. Right. Are you sure you're well enough to be doing this? You still look a little green in the face. Or maybe Viridian, in artist speak. Actually, my fever has gone down quite a bit. How's your temperature now? Only 100.2 degrees. Nothing to worry about. Anyway, I read today's trial record. You weren't bad, Edgeworth. Pretty impressive despite the circumstances. We're not in the clear yet. The main point of contention tomorrow is going to be the murder weapon. Yeah. In the end, the Shito did not deliver the deadly blow, which means there must be another sword hiding out there that we don't know about. Another sword, huh? Don't you worry about a thing, pal. I'll dig up the murder weapon myself or I'll eat my own coat. Thanks again, Edgeworth. I'll handle things from here. That is probably for the best. Actually, I was thinking about paying the old precinct a little visit. There's something I want to look into, and that is our client's background, naturally. You mean Iris, sir? I have a feeling that we've met before. All I want is confirmation, one way or the other. And since I probably won't be getting that from you, I'm sorry, Edgeworth. I bid you adieu, right? Take care. Guess I should get moving too. Why? Don't you need to be somewhere? Yeah, I've got to get to work on the bridge, pal. I'm rigging something up so we can get across to the other side. Ah, that's right. Maya's still stuck over there at the inner temple. But don't you worry, pal. As soon as it's all set, you'll be the first to know. Thank you, Gumshoe. No problem, pal. Just try not to give me that cough of yours, okay? Alright, I'm off. Hang in there, Maya. We'll get you out, I promise. But in the meantime, I've got to continue collecting evidence. So I think let's immediately move to the main gate. Come on, please! It's for art's sake, I swear! There's only one guy I know who could be this persistent and high-strung. I'm talking about the heroine here! The heroine in my book! It'll make you famous! Ah! Enough! A fool's fool of fool's fools who foolishly accepts the foolishness of a fool's fool! Wouldn't you agree, Phoenix Wright? Huh? Me? Wait a second. I know you. Your reflexes and mine need to shape up! My brain's frying like a sunny-side egg and you want me to grill me over and name? Francie, you can't do that! Even as we speak, Nick's on the brink of death? Or so I'm told. Whip a dead horse! Isn't that one of your American sayings? No, it's not. And I'm not on the brink of anything. Come on, Nick. Tell her, won't you? Tell her she needs to model for my new picture book, Francie's Whippity Whip Trip. Before you ask me to model, learn to give at least semi-coherent testimony. And before that, you'll have to learn how to live a semi-coherent life, Larry. I don't care what anyone says, I'm telling the truth. I saw what I saw. She flew, I'm telling you. Whoosh! Just like that dude with the red underwear. Don't think I'm gonna forgive you guys when you come crawling back to apologize. Off he goes. Huh. It's amazing how little has changed with you in the past year, Phoenix Wright. Have you been in Germany all this time? That's right. extending my perfect win record, naturally. Oh, joy. Sounds like she hasn't changed a bit. Has it really been a year since we first met? I am Franziska von Karma, the prodigy. I see. I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. Revenge. Franziska was born and raised in Germany and became a prosecutor at the age of 13. Her father was the legendary prosecutor Manfred von Karma. He had a perfect win record for long years. But now he is gone from this world. Don't tell me you still hold a grudge against me because of what happened to your father. Phoenix Wright, you will fall before me. This I promise. But it will be for my sake, not my father's. Are we clear? Yes, Crystal. In truth, I was shocked. I came back to America with the intention of defeating you. Instead, it was my little brother who was leading the defense. Edgeworth. Come to think of it, Edgeworth was pulled into being prosecuted by Manfred von Karma as well. Miles Edgeworth told me something very interesting, you know. He said this case is of special significance to you. Because it does. And that's precisely why I am here. Your personal involvement will make crushing you into teensy-weensy pieces all the better. It's probably the fever, but she's so openly hostile that it's almost kind of cute. Ow! No smirking! No whipping the sick! Foolish fool doing such a foolish favor for such a foolishly foolish fool. Make no mistake, Phoenix Wright. I came here for one thing and one thing only, to pulverize you. Sounds like I thought you were here to bring me some cold killer X, you know. I went over the whole case file on the flight over. You read the whole thing? Yes. Every last word of every last sentence of every last paragraph. All the ridiculous things you did made a very interesting read, you know. Attempting to cross a burning bridge? Did you even consider the dangers? No. The only thought in my mind was, I have to get across. A fool who doesn't think is more foolish than a fool who foolishly thinks. Gumshoe said he'd let me know once the bridge is repaired. Maya, she's gonna be okay. I just know it. Plus, I need to ask her about what really happened at the Inner Temple that night. That's enough. Let's go inside. That was one long sigh. Oh, it's Bikini. Sister Bikini? My, I didn't know you were here. How are you doing? You don't have to pretend to be in a good mood for my sake. I suppose I've made a terrible mess of things, haven't I? I let Mystic Elise die, and then there's Iris as well. Mystic Elise? Now that I think about it. There's an acolyte stuck in the Inner Temple. And that poor little girl has gone missing, too. That little girl? You don't mean Pearls, do you? Yes, I'm afraid I do! She hasn't been seen since the morning after the incident. Pearls? She's missing? Why didn't anyone tell me about this? I must be getting old. I think I've seriously lost faith in myself. Are you talking about your performance at the trial today? You believe me, don't you? I'm not a liar. I would never lie. I know what I saw. I saw Iris pull that sword from Mr. Elise's body that night. I'm certain of it. At least I was until this morning. I don't see any psyche locks, so she must be telling the truth. So why are you unsure of yourself all of a sudden? You know that artist who testified after me? I saw Iris flying, her white hood fluttering. I felt like I might start flying myself. When I saw that man testify so fervently about something so impossible, I started to wonder if I had acted just like him when I was on the witness stand. I wouldn't take that guy too seriously. He's an artist, but all he draws is trouble, and nothing else. If both Bikini and Larry are telling the truth, that can only mean one thing. They both didn't see what they think they saw. On the night of the incident, you met Iris at the Inner Temple, is that correct? That's right. I'm sure it was Iris. But Iris claimed she was in her room on Hazakura Temple. I knew I shouldn't have come back here that night, but because you did, Maya is stuck all by herself in the Inner Temple. I'm so sorry. The droughts in that place are nothing to shake a stick at. Winter is especially bad. I'll bet. The training hall looks like it's about to fall down any second. Eagle Mountain has always been prone to earthquakes, just so you know. Earthquakes? Yes. I wouldn't be surprised if the next big one levels the training hall. We gotta get Maya out of there. Fast. But still, there's really no need to worry. That area on the other side of Dusky Bridge is isolated like an island. It's like an island? How so? Well, the only thing on that side of the bridge is the Inner Temple. No one lives out there, and it's surrounded on all sides by the river or the forest. I see. So a criminal who'd be trapped should they choose to flee in that direction. And as long as the bridge is out of commission, he or she will have to stay there. That means Maya could be stuck out there with a murderer and no way to escape either. Oh dear! Yes, I suppose it does. Please come shoot, get that bridge up faster. I'm curious about a few things if you don't mind answering some questions. Oh? Do you need to know my measurements for your investigation or something? No, no, no. I want to know a little more about the victim, Miss Elise Dona. I'm afraid I don't know her waist size, or her bust size for that matter. No, no. I'm wondering why she came to stay in a place like this to begin with. I mean, she told us herself she wasn't here for spiritual training. My. You make it sound like this place isn't so dumb, Mr. Wright. Miss Elise is here to soak up the natural beauty of Eagle Mountain, if you must know. There. You did it again. Sister Bikini. I noticed you always refer to Miss Dunham as Mystic Elise. Oh? Yes. Now why is that? We address all of our visitors as Mystic. It makes their experience authentic. And anyway, she's older than me. You must respect your elders, you know. How do you know that? How can you say for certain she's older than you? Oh God. You can't be serious. Seems Miss Elise Dunham was no ordinary visitor after all. And there's Pearls. She was with Miss Dunham on the evening of the murder, and now she's vanished. It's all gotta be connected somehow. Why did Pearls have to get mixed up in this mess? Please, Mr. Wright, I know you're worried, but try to keep it together. Oh, man. My head's throbbing so bad, it's killing me. Pearls. She was with Miss Dunham on the night of the murder, remember? Yes, but I have a temple to run, you know. I was busy preparing for the training. I didn't see that little darling even once after we finished eating dinner. The murder. It didn't take place right in front of her innocent eyes, did it? According to the detective, he hasn't turned up at her home either. Come on, keep calm. This is one place left the Pearls could be. She just has to be there. Come on, Gumshoe. Tell me you'll be done with the repairs soon. Where we go now, and I need water. This is where Sister Bikini witnessed the incident. It's hard to imagine she was lying on the stand, so maybe there are some clues that have yet to be found. Shikishito. It's right there in Mr. Gamey's hand. It was proven in court today that it wasn't a murder weapon. Given the design, it must have been used for some pretty gruesome things in the past. Miss Dunham's staff. I definitely remember there being a crystal sphere attached to the staff. Because Larry eventually found a sphere near the foot of Dusky Bridge, but what was it doing all the way out there? Hey, a step ladder. The main gate's on the other side of that stone wall. Nothing about a step ladder. Hey! What was that jarring and inconsiderably loud yell? So this is where you've been. Keeping nice and warm, I see. Detective, have you finished riding the bridge? Yeah, I did. I told you I'd let you know. Well. Then I'll come along with you, and sorry, ma'am. No unauthorized entry. Access is restricted to people involved in the case. What was that? I'm involved, aren't I? You couldn't get much more involved than me. Well, yeah, but that's not what I meant. It's been a while, Scruffy. It's fuck karma! Sister, please leave the investigation to me. My. Well, you certainly seem to have everything under control. I am on your side. I won't do anything you don't want me to. As you work the Pinocchio on virus. What are you daydreaming about, Phoenix Wright? Ow! That hurts, you know. Silence! I, Francisco von Karma, will personally guide you through your investigation. So you will follow me. She's not seriously going to follow me around, is she? Oh, I guess she is. Water bridge has indeed been repaired. Wow, you just laid out a long strip of 2x4? Alright then, Gumshoe. Things have certainly become a lot more hectic than before. They must have commenced with the investigation. Oh. Mr. Nick? That voice. Pearls! Mr. Nick! So you were here, ever since that night. I was so lonely, I thought I was going to die. I woke up in the morning and saw I guess the bridge was gone. I realized I was all alone. She was all alone? It must have been very trying for you, little girl. Yeah? I am Francisco von Karma, the prodigy. There's no need to worry now that I'm here. You're the prosecutor who was so mean to Mr. Fry last year. I don't like you. You're nothing but a little girl without your wit. Ugh. Mr. Fry didn't do anything wrong, but you were so mean. I'll never forgive you. It's like Pearl's words are getting under her skin. Ow! Why are you whipping me? I didn't even say anything. You didn't have to. The smile on your lips gave you away. Anyway, Pearls, weren't you with Maya? I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Huh? What are you talking about, Pearls? Mystic Maya! Hey, wait! Pearls! She just ran off. Ow! That was cruel, Phoenix Wright. To make a little girl cry like that is inexcusable. What was that all about? Pearls acting like that? It's giving me the creeps. I guess I better take another look around since I finally got a chance. Especially since something about this place seems different from 2 days ago. What about the incinerator? There's a weird smell coming from that incinerator. The door is also open, almost like it's begging me to look inside. Well, let's see what stunning clues are concealed in here, shall we? Huh? It's empty. How naive of you, Phoenix Wright. But it's a bit strange, don't you think? Francisco von Karma? I seem to remember. Oh, it was closed. There was snow on the incinerator the first time I saw it. In other words, someone's been using it to burn something recently. Listen, Phoenix Wright, it's impertinent to call people by their full name. I was only copying you. So what, is the Prodigy part of your name too? Well, that's okay. Let's go inside. Oh no! The scroll has been tampered with. What's wrong? Why are you so quiet? Maya. She was supposed to be in here training. Yet it appears she's nowhere to be seen. What's that? That strange lock? It wasn't there 2 days ago. This whole room is really giving us some strange vibes. What do you think this yellowish poster is, Phoenix Wright? It's a scroll, not a poster. It's a picture of a woman who's actually... A woman? I don't see any woman here. There's a different atmosphere in this room since the last time I was in here. No, it's not a different atmosphere, it's a different smell. It's gravy. What's the matter? This scroll has been completely covered in gravy. Ah, yes. There's a very appetizing smell in the air. But gravy is a type of sauce. So when you run out of paint, you Americans use gravy as a substitute, I see. No, no one does that. For starters, it stinks. This must be the gravy that we had with the roast on the night of the incident. But why would anyone do this? Why this scroll? Oh, there's gotta be a deeper meaning to it. Huh. This door. When I was here 2 days ago, that weird lock wasn't on it. Those chains. It's almost as if they're guarding something inside that cavern. I've never seen a lock quite like this before. I have. I've seen locks and chains just like this before. They look just like the ones that guard a person's secret during the psyche lock. So is that a real psyche lock? Well, this lock is guarding something too. Dark secrets in a dark cavern. What took you so long? I thought even you'd be able to get him faster than this, Mr. Trite. Prosecutor Godo, I didn't know you were here. Prosecutor? How come you didn't show up at the trial today? I could ask you the exact same question. Huh? But I had a cold, so I had something slightly more important than a common cold to deal with. The importance of which is something you have no hope of ever understanding. Enough! I believe I have the measure of you. You are the very worst kind of prosecutor. What could be more important than a trial? Who's the wild mare, Trite? This is Miss Von Karma. She was the acting prosecutor in your absence today. Well, I guess I owe you one then. But you can go now, Princess. It's time for the big boys to take the reins. Just who do you think you are? This case is Hey, Philly. Know your role and shut your mouth. I'm The Rock, damn it. I can't stand a woman like you. Godo, you are digging yourself a grave, pal. I was like that. Know your role and shut your mouth. I'm only going to say this once, Lady Von Wippenberg. Go home. Phoenix Wright! What are you hitting me for? Hey, you deserve more cracks to the whip than that, Trite. What? You still don't get it, do you? You don't realize that you've set something in motion that you'll never be able to undo. There's something different about Godo today. I'm getting such a strong sense of something behind that mask of his. Is it anger or is it sorrow? You had some important business and that's why you weren't in court, huh? So what was it? I've told you once before, but perhaps you don't remember. I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. You see, Trite, I've experienced something most have not. Death. You died? Of course, being extradited from hell is a tedious affair. The meticulous regeneration and adjustment of all your internal organs is, well, let's just say modern medicine allows us all to live to a ripe old age. Even someone like me. So, you mean that mask you wear is this ugly device? I promise it's not a fashion statement, my unenlightened friend. Without this, I can't see your frequently dumbfounded face. I didn't know. My eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything. Still, I keep this one-out piece of junk of a body going with regular servicing. I'm sorry, but you say you experienced death? How is that possible? What happened? Why don't you ask him? Huh? Me? Yeah, Trite. You. You should know all about it. You know when my life ended? And who ended it for me? Well, Phoenix Wright, do you? I don't know what he's talking about. Although, to be honest, I do feel a little tug at the corner of my memory. I think I do know about how Godo was killed. It had to be that case. It will all become clear in due time. Isn't that right, Trite? Earlier you said I've done something I can never undo. What did you mean by that exactly? The inner temple here on the side of Dusky Bridge is an isolated island. That's what Sister Bikini said too. And I wonder, Trite, do you know what the police are going to do here today? What do you mean? They're searching. Searching for any trace of an acolyte who went missing. Missing? As leader of the search party, I can tell you this with absolute certainty. Maya Fey is not on this side of Dusky Bridge. Huh? But that's impossible! She came here that night and I won't say it again. The chances of her being here are nil. Excluding, of course, one very unique place. One? Where's that? The Sacred Cavern, the entrance of which we are standing at right now. This is the only place that the search party is yet to explore. So they haven't searched that cavern yet, huh? Be aware, though, that the temperature inside frequently falls below freezing. Even if she were in there, the chances of her being found alive are slim at best. No! Which means, Trey, that you sent Maya Fey to her death. You fool! If that's the situation, why aren't you with the search party right now? You must have blinders on, my equestrian angel. Don't you see the big lock and chains? It's a trick lock. I'm making preparations to open it as we speak. Well, Trey, once again, a woman dies because of you. Once again? What are you talking about? Don't tell me you've forgotten. It was only 2 years ago, after all, when the last unfortunate woman died because of you. Because of me? And do you know who that was? It was Maya Fey's sister. That's right, Mia Fey. Mia? You killed her. No, that's not how it was. It was 2 years ago. Mia Fey was pursuing someone, a man, but she bit off more than she could chew. She made a very dangerous enemy. Yeah, that's one case I'll never forget. But I got that guy, personally. Sure, Miss Fey's murderer was caught, but that won't bring her back. Well, no, but you were with her at the time. You and no one else. It was your responsibility. You should have protected her. You say Mia Fey was your teacher. Well then, I'd say you learned nothing, Tripe. You robbed her of her life, and now you let her sister suffer the same fate. I have to sentence Maya to death. No. What is this peculiar-looking lock? Why don't we just break it open? It would be a simple matter of... I'm afraid we can't do that. This area has always been prone to earthquakes. The repeated tremors are weakening the foundations of the training hall. Any excessive forces to break the lock open would... Well, let's just say the inner temple and sacred cavern would be a thing of the past. Very well. Then dare I suggest the obvious solution of opening it with a key. Sure. Just show me where the keyhole is on this trick lock. There's no keyhole? That's right. An interesting puzzle, huh? The person who set the lock is the only one who can open it. And who was it? Simple. The accused. What? Iris? When an acolyte undergoes training inside a sacred cavern, the attending sister is responsible for locking the entrance. Obviously, the night of the murder was no exception. Maya Fey was the trainer there. Sister Bikini did mention it a number of times now that I think about it. She said that Iris was left in charge of supervising the early stages of the training. So Iris, the accused, is the only one who can open this lock. I've arranged for her to be brought here now. Iris is the only person who can open this lock. I hope she gets here soon. Hang on in there, Maya. We'll get you out. So, I should be getting back to work. Wait, Godo! How sure about Maya are you? There's no doubt in my mind. She's in a sacred cavern somewhere. It's the only place she could be. You'd better start praying. You'd better pray that friend of yours brings the accused back here soon. Edgeworth? Listen up, Trite. There's only one thing I want to say to you before I go. I'll never accept you. Never. You should choose your friends more carefully, Phoenix Wright. That's what everyone says. It looks like I don't have much of a choice. Guess I'll just have to do what I can for now. Well, the thing is, what can I do? I don't know. Should I? Or shouldn't I? Someone's talking to himself, but where's that coming from? Gumshoe! Yeah, I guess I better wash that off. That's what I'll do. No, I can't do that. I'm a detective. Ah, my brain! This is driving me nuts. Ah! Is something troubling you, Scrappy? Please don't whip me like that all of a sudden, sir. It was merely a simple greeting. A friendly tap on the shoulder. With my whip. So what's up, Gumshoe? Something on your mind? How'd you know, pal? Perhaps you were trying to decide if you wanted to wash that off or not. How'd you know, sir? Oh yeah, I nearly forgot. You can't go through that little gate there, okay? You mean the one that says no entry on it? I, kinda already snuck in there. Is he trying to be clever or something? So what's behind there, Scruffy? Huh? A kind of garden-like garden. A garden? Yeah, Anyway, it's under investigation right now, so keep out. I'm not telling you, I'm asking you, pal. You got me? Isn't normally the other way around. Well, see you later. We're going inside anyway. Screw off, Gumshoe. So, shall we adjourn to the garden, Phoenix Wright? Of course. What else would we do? I really want to know what Gumshoe is thinking of washing off. You know, it's weird that Franziska is actually helping us out now. Oh, God. Hey, that's the same font from the receipt. There's a strange feeling in the air. I wonder what it is. Strange feeling? Forget about that. What's that strange writing on a stone lantern? Ah! What are you doing in here, sir? I thought I said you can't come in here. Don't you know, Scruffy? A Von Karma will always show up wherever there is a clue. And there are plenty of clues to be found here. But... what the heck is that? Uh-oh. You spotted it, huh, pal? Are you kidding me? It couldn't be more obvious. It says Maya. Yeah, but before you ask, it's written in blood. You will answer all our questions now, Scruffy, without exception. Yes, sir. A little lantern, a little statue. It is certainly a quaint little garden. Ah! What is this huge bowl here for? Oh, I know this one. It's a water bowl, isn't it? Everything else is completely frozen over, but the ice in this bowl has been broken. That's true. And this has an impact on the case. I doused my face earlier with the water in this. I was getting kind of sleepy. Ah! Next time you're sleepy, you only need to come to me. Got it? There's a charm or something poking out of the snow. That's pretty old. There's a leather cord tied to it, too. Apparently it belonged to the victim. To Miss Elise Dunham? Yeah, there is a broken leather cord around the lady's neck. The ends of the cords found on both the victim and on the charm match exactly. So is it possible she was strangled? Sounds to me like this little trinket is going to be my ticket to getting some very big answers. So how's the Intertemple investigation going? We have the best forensic team in the world, and scientifically speaking, the place is as clean as a whistle. That's simply not good enough, Scruffy. Do you think I'll let you get away with that? Uh-oh. Well, there were a couple things that bothered me when I first got here, sir. That stone lantern and the surrounding area is not covered in snow, correct? It looked kind of fishy to me, you know, scientifically speaking. So I got the lab boys to look them over. The results were... it's kind of hard to say, actually. Guess I better look into them myself. About Maya. Oh, did Mr. Godo tell you yet? Yes, we heard. He's got a search party out looking for her. But there's nowhere else she could have disappeared to on the side of Dusky Bridge. All we can do is wait for Mr. Edgeworth to get here, pal. Edgeworth? He's escorting Iris, the defendant, over here. We'll have to wait, since she is the only one who can open the door to the sacred cavern. Oh, I think Mr. Edgeworth wants to talk to you about something too, pal. I don't know what it is. Just don't be expecting any good news when you talk to him. When I spoke to him, Mr. Edgeworth sounded so down, I felt like I was drowning. Sounds pleasant. Maya. So these letters are written in blood? Yeah. What's worse than that is the victim's blood. Huh? This is Miss Dunham's blood? We haven't done a detailed analysis yet, but it's looking that way, pal. Most interesting. Phoenix Wright? I presume you know, don't you? Why, Maya's name is written upside down. You know what? That was really bothering me too. But I just came here with the answer. The result of my own special gumshoe investigation. Really? Do tell. Well, on the night of the murder, that stone lantern was upside down. Anyway, there's really only one logical explanation to this mystery. Miss Elise Dunham wrote these letters herself, in her own blood. You must be joking! That's impossible! From the writing in the victim's blood and the other clues left behind, it seems pretty likely that this garden was the scene of Miss Elise Dunham's murder. At least that's our current theory on how the events took place, pal. What?! So Miss Dunham was killed here? However you want to look at it, that's what people are saying now. Then, what Sister Bikini saw in the courtyard of the main temple was... Well, what was it? If it wasn't a scene of a crime, what did she see? What do you think, Miss Von Karma? Surely a special gumshoe investigation will reveal the answer, no? But wait a sec. The bloody writing and all the other clues here. Someone could have easily set all that up after the murder, right? Sorry, but that's not an option, pal. Why not? How quickly you forget, Phoenix Wright. Ever since the incident occurred, this place has been completely inaccessible, because Dusky Bridge was completely burned out. I was overseeing repairs to the bridge the whole time. No one came over here before me and my men, which means no one could have placed all the stuff here, pal. I can't think of a counter-argument to that. I knew it. I should have washed the blood off the lantern as soon as I got here. It really was a sin of a crime. I need to figure out exactly what it was that Bikini actually saw. Huh? It seems you have a visitor. Mr. Wright! Iris! I'm really glad to see you. Goto managed to mobilize the police by claiming a state of emergency. Not him again. Never mind him. We gotta hurry and unlock the sacred cavern. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. It's my fault someone so important to you was locked up in there. Mr. Edwards, can we finish our conversation later? Alright. Let's hurry to the inner temple then. I'll see you later, Wright. Wait, Edward! I'm coming with you guys! Sorry, Wright. I can't allow you to come with us. What? I hate to be the one to break it to you, but my affair is in a rather delicate position. What do you mean by a delicate position? This isn't simply a rescue operation, Wright. It's also an investigation. That being the case, we can't allow members of the public to interfere. Come on, Edgeworth! If anything happens, you'll be the first to know. Please understand, Wright. But it's Monster Wright! All that matters is that Mystic Maya is rescued, correct? Aye. Listen to the voice of reason for a change, Phoenix Wright. From now on, consider anything beyond Dusky Bridge to be off limits. We'll be going now. Excuse us. Ah! This is no time to be standing around, Phoenix Wright. Aren't there other things that demand your attention? She's right. Thanks for reminding me. Well, at least Von Karma's gonna be helping us out. Sister Bikini looks like she's shrunk some since I last saw her. Don't be so rude, Phoenix Wright. What's wrong, Sister Bikini? My. Hello, you two. How are you doing? From the sound of that sigh, I guess she's still pretty down. Iris was just here, you know. She was accompanied by that handsome crimson-clad prince. She talking about Edgeworth? It was just a courtesy call. I wasn't allowed to talk with her at all. Oh dear. It's all my fault that this has happened. Iris, she was worried about my back, would you believe? What have I done to her? Only what you had to do, sister. You bravely and truthfully testified about what you saw. There's no shame in that. And they'll see to it that your testimony wasn't made in vain. Well, I don't hear anyone else saying that. Mr. Bluesuits doesn't seem to share your opinion, I see. Huh? Me? Ah! Claire. Oh yes, you did great, Sister Bikini. Absolutely spectacular! You two are the only ones who said that to me! I can't shake the feeling that I just became a shield to a shrew. Do you have a problem, Phoenix Wright? Sure, she was brave to testify so truthfully like that, but I know she's still hiding something. Guess it's time to break those psyche locks of hers. There's no way I'm gonna do all 5. Sister Bikini, the truth is becoming increasingly clear to me. I'm convinced that Miss Elise Dunham had a special significance to this temple. As to why she had a special significance, I believe it had to do with her true identity. What are you talking about? She was... Mystic Elise was an author. Just an author. Of picture books. To be honest, I had my suspicions almost immediately after I met her. Suspicions? Yes, but I didn't have any evidence to support my theory, though. but now I do. This piece of evidence proves Miss Dunham's true identity. Miss Dunham had his charm with her all this time. Gah! Where did you... This isn't some cheap good luck charm either. Then... What do you think it is, Mr. Wright? What could a talisman like that possibly mean? It's a talisman, isn't it? Interesting. Oops. The stain speaks volumes about Miss who Dunham really was. This talisman and one other item unequivocally proves her true identity. The painting is obscured by the gravy stain at the moment. Why? But the scroll shows the master of the Korean channeling technique. Is it? Was it? The crest at the top is assigned the honorable title. The very same crest that adorns the talisman the victim carried with her. Was it? Ah! This crest is reserved for the master of Korean. Who on earth told you that nonsense? I've got no idea what you're talking about. The new master, Maya Fey, told me. What? You mean the acolyte is Misty Fey's daughter? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. In fact, since her eldest daughter passed away, Maya is Misty Fey's sole successor. Mystic Misty! So she was Misty Fey all this time. Holy shit. Mystic Elise graced us with her presence about a week ago. When she showed me the talisman with that mark on it, well, I nearly fainted. No one had seen her since she disappeared 17 years ago, after all. What is the significance of this talisman, sister? Korean talisman? It's the symbol of the master of Korean. The bearer must carry it with them always until their death. Until their death? So Elise Dunham was really Maya's mother, huh? She was Misty Fey, the master of Korean channeling technique. The truth comes out at last. Looks like we're making some headway here. Tell me, sister, after 17 years, why did she choose to show herself now? Because something happened that called her out of hiding. What happened? Well... Oh shit, an earthquake! What's happening? It can't be. Earthquake! Ah! Oh my goodness! The inner temple! This kind of tremor might... The inner temple? The sacred cavern in the training hall! It might very well cave in! What? Maya! And I fall down the bridge again! It seems to have passed. Well, we can't just stand there and do nothing. Let's go! What? Where? To the inner temple, of course. Where else? Sister Bikini, we'll finish this later, alright? Of course. You run along now. People may have been hurt. I must get some first aid kits ready. Come on then, Phoenix Wright. They won't bar you from entering as long as I'm with you. Thank you. Right at that moment, I had the worst feeling in my gut. We just had an earthquake. I wonder if he's alright. You look worried. Are you thinking about Miles Edgeworth? Come on, let's go. We gotta hurry to the inner temple and... Right! Ah, what are you doing here? God, how could I have... How do you expect us to understand if you don't speak up? Yeah, oh, hey, why am I the one getting whipped? She's gone. No. The defendant, Iris, she's gone. Gone where? She fled. She escaped. What? So, it was just now, during the... It's easy to see Edward's one and only weakness. His fear of earthquakes. I should have known better than to escort the defendant alone. As soon as the ground started shaking, everything went dark before my eyes and... I stupidly passed out. That incident haunts you to this day, doesn't it? That's no excuse for letting the suspect get away. I can't believe I let it happen. Right, the inner temple area is a dead end, so she could have only escaped to this side. We haven't seen her. We need to get a manhunt underway now and search Eagle Mountain from top to bottom. Wait, Edgeworth. Have you thoroughly checked the Inner Temple yet? Don't be ridiculous. Why would I? The Inner Temple is like an island. There's no way to escape or to cross. No, that's not it. Iris isn't the type of person to run away, Edgeworth. What are you talking about? Sister Bikini mentioned something when we were with her. She said that the Sacred Cavern might have caved in because of the quake. And you think Iris might have gone to the Inner Temple to check on the situation? Listen, Edgeworth. I'm sure she's at the Inner Temple. A manhunt is not necessary, right? Let's not waste any more time. We need to get to the training hall Sacred Cavern now! Alright, let's go. Fortunately, the Sacred Cavern hadn't caved in, but what we found was something none of us could have ever expected. How can there be even more locks? What is the meaning of this? Iris! Iris, please tell me. What the hell is going on? Oh, I'm not gonna cliffhanger you guys right here. This is gonna be a long one, but I'm gonna continue onward. They'll buy me time till breakfast as well. Right, is this what Godo was talking about? Yeah, the trick locks. Now then, Iris, please remove these at once.
Mr. Edgeworth, I'm afraid I can't. It's not possible for me.
What? During the earthquake, when the cavern was in danger of caving in, Iris escaped. I noted there was only one lock when I last came here. So you're saying that you can't undo the new locks?
Yes.
If only I was stronger. Edgeworth, how are you feeling? You look a little pale in the face. Like you're one the top of your face all green. Miles Edgeworth, go and get some air. I'll watch over the suspect. You go get a grip of yourself. Don't be ridiculous. I'm perfectly fine. There's no telling what sort of mistakes you can make in your current state. Go get some rest. That's your only concern now, Miles Edgeworth. Understood. I'll handle the investigation in the garden. You take care of things here. Edgeworth. He's got so much pride he's probably off crying in a corner of the garden. Pride is simply another trap that hinders us in our lives. That said, one must have pride to be effective on the job. At any rate, it seems this is where we part ways, Phoenix Wright. I'm going to stay here and see if I can help solve these bothersome puzzles. I see. Well, thanks for your help. Now then, do you mind if I ask you a few things, Iris?
No, not at all.
Why did you make a run for it, Iris?
I'm sorry. I heard the Inner Temple had been severely shaken by the strong earthquake we had. I was so worried, I decided to come and see.
In other words, you didn't run away to escape the law. At least we're clear on that.
I can't tell you how relieved I was when I saw the Sacred Cavern was alright, but...
But what?
I saw these chains here. I saw all these extra locks that someone had put on the Sacred Cavern's door, and... Who in the world would do something like this? These trick locks are a sacred treasure to Korean tradition. There are hundreds of ways to set them. That's why only the person who set the lock can open it.
And you aren't the one who set these locks. I don't think it's that simple, Francisco Von Karma. When we were here the first time, there was only one lock. But now, somehow, there are 5 of them.
What does that mean?
It means that someone wanted to secure the place even more. They wanted to secure it before you got here, Iris. Presumably because they wanted to make sure Maya couldn't get out. This means that Iris can only open one of these locks. The first one.
Yes, that's correct. What?
Iris, try to think, please. Isn't there another way around this?
Well, like I said, there are hundreds of different ways to set the locks. I suppose if I went through every combination with each one, I can remove them, but...
It would take time, won't it?
Yes, about a day if I had to guess.
A whole day?
Well, that's better than leaving the locks in place.
Will you do this for us?
Sure. I'll do whatever I can.
You gotta wait another day. Hang in there, Maya. You're going to have to call your inner strength now. You know what, Iris? There's still one thing I don't quite get.
And what might that be, Phoenix Wright?
I think it's obvious. Iris, on the night of the murder, where were you? Please, Iris, don't give me that look. You told us that you were in your room at Hazakura Temple the night of the incident, but you weren't seen the same evening in the inner temple. And then, you were spotted at the scene of the crime in Hazakura Temple, too.
Being spotted at both Hazakura Temple and the inner temple. It's as if you were...
Well, Iris, that is about time you told us the truth. I knew it! Oh, only 3 locks. I knew it. There's something going on here that we don't know about. Hey, Kennedy. By the way, I tried something to try and get SSW working where I have the matches lined up, but I did them in Play Now mode. It actually worked fine. I was able to do a full episode that way. Okay. To the garden. The cops are still coming to place. They look pretty nervous. I'd be nervous too. It's gotta be a tough job. Especially with someone giving you the evil eye the whole time. How could I have done that? Wow. I can't believe it's still bothering him. Edgeworth? Ah! Hey! Don't you dare run away! What do you want, right? What do I want? I know I watched your stupid YouTube fucked up and notifications are broken. Yeah, fuck the algorithm. If you came here to laugh at me, then get on with it. Go on, laugh away. I was ready to hug it out with him, but he's just the same prideful Edgeworth. You went back to the Criminal Affairs Department, right? You said he wanted to look into something concerning Iris. Yes. And thanks to what I found, I was reminded of something terrible. So it looks like that sounds kind of confusing, because I got a sneak peek for the next episode, but it looks like Erlach's going to be fighting Dan? That means there are 2 options. Either A, Blake Allen's going to get involved in that match somehow, or B, and possibly, that means either A, Blake Allen's going to interfere in the match, or B, Blake Allen's really playing on his new narcissist gimmick, saying, you know what, I don't need those titles. I'm the longest reigning SSW, Kumite, and NXT champion. Everyone can suck my dick. I don't need any more titles. It's one of those 2 things. You guys are putting a lot of effort into the investigation of the garden here, huh? There's a high chance this is the actual scene of the crime. That's why. You mean because of the writing in blood and the talisman in the snow? Exactly. As you know, those things couldn't have been planted here after the murder. But surely, you don't suspect. Maya, do you? We have to treat everyone as a suspect. Maya as well as Iris. It's our job, right? So, I guess you still haven't gotten over your fear of earthquakes. No. But thankfully, my nightmares have stopped. But still, if that ground gives even the slightest tremor, I find myself short of breath. 17 years ago. We were little school kids at the same elementary school. I'm a rookie, so I'm afraid my ass is going to get whooped. Well, you almost beat Gringo Cubano in your debut in the tournament, so... Edward found himself in the middle of a murder. And by the way, Blade still kicks ass, but I couldn't make him the way he was because the cool effect he used, that was a custom logo, and I don't know how to replicate that. So I just had to give him a completely different look. We'll start with that big quake that hit the courthouse. Yes, I was stuck in the elevator with my father, who was a defense attorney. We were deprived of oxygen and we passed out. That's when it happened. That single gunshot shattered my whole life. I lost everything that day, all because of that earthquake. My dreams, my family, and myself. It's been more than 17 years now, and that case was finally resolved 2 years ago, right? King of Strong Style versus King of Strikes. Well, also, if that could have happened, true. But since NXT, I don't even think of it as WWE affiliated anymore, as its own roster. Only NXT is going to be helping us out, so unless Nakamura goes back to NXT, I don't foresee that happening soon. You think I don't know that? I was there, but it was such a shock. I never imagined I could be so wrong about myself and my life. I'm sorry, right? There's nothing else I can say. Not after you chose to become a lawyer for my sake. And not after you saved me. Edgeworth, you're stronger than you think, so no more of this self-pity, okay? There was something that bothered me about her from the moment we met. I felt like I'd seen her somewhere before. No, wait. Not somewhere. I felt like I'd seen her in court before. So you went back to the Criminal Affairs Department to look for her file? Yes. I checked over every case file I've ever worked on. And I was right. I had seen her face before, 6 years ago. 6 years ago? I'm challenging Kushida in a lucha. It is my first appearance in court, and as cases go, my worst nightmare. But since the matches for the next episode are set, you might have to wait for the first pay-per-view, Cashing Out Chicago. So, who is she? I'm sorry, right. I can't give that information away to a member of the general public. What? Why not? It might be a crucial piece to the puzzle that solves this case. The woman I knew was the daughter of a jewelry store owner. She had nothing to do with Iris and Hazakura Temple, and neither did the case. No, that woman is completely unrelated to this murder. Unrelated? Yes, I can say that with complete confidence. You're wrong, Edgeworth. She's totally related to this case. I need to fill Edgeworth in. I need to explain the connection between Iris and that woman Edgeworth knew. There's gotta be a way. But for now, to Heavenly Hall. Oh, cutscene. I'm finally getting to the bottom of this case. I can count on Iris to break those locks. I should try to gather more clues. From Sister Bikini, Edgeworth, Gumshoe, and Pearls. Off to the bridge! It's weird that there's no one around all of a sudden. Sure, it's quiet up here in the mountains when you're all on your own. Oh, and Kennedy, how about for his debut match for this season, you just saw that domination Wolfie laid on. He even used Chidema's own voodoo driver against him. So apparently, Chidema can do voodoo, but so can Wolfie, apparently. Speaking of alone, guess I should go check out the shack just down this path. Maybe I'll find Larry there sulking again. And I guess so.
Oh, Mr. Nick!
Pearls, what are you doing here?
Nothing. What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright?
Well, we don't know yet.
Oh, I see.
Hey, what do you think you're doing here, Nick? Larry, this is the loser's shack where losers get together to lose themselves. This is the what? Hey, we've uncovered Nelly's values, okay? You got a problem with that?
Look, Mr. Nick, Mr. Luis did a picture of me.
That's, great, Pearls. We're going to gather firewood now. We'll be cooking some half-rotten potatoes over a miserable little campfire. So stay out of our way. I don't believe this. Why can't he try getting fired up over becoming a better man? No one believes a word I say anymore. Listen to me, Pearl. You don't want to trust this kind of guy, okay? He'll only let you down.
I'm Mystic Maya.
But only my finisher, Keiji Muto, Aleister Black, a little of his moves. But only my finisher. Oh no, I didn't want to move there. Ah, Keiji Muto, huh? Or as we may also call him, the Great Muta. Hold on, I gotta find the phone. There's my phone. Pounce! Okay. Larry, is there something you want to tell us about this picture? Hey, I've got nothing to say to you, Nick. My life's here now with Pearl. Two losers kicking potatoes forevermore. What am I going to do with them? Alright then. What do you think about this picture, Pearls? With a shining wizard. That's right, he is the master of the shining wizard.
I think it's really well drawn. I can't draw at all, so I think it's really amazing. Everything's really amazing.
See? Someone appreciates it. It's tough getting the flames to look like that, you know?
It's supposed to be Sister Iris flying through the air, isn't it? I love it. It's like a dream. A wonderful fantasy.
No, it wasn't a dream. She really flew. I'm telling you, Iris really flew that night.
Mr. Larice.
Not you, too. Please don't look at me like that, Pearly. Don't you look at me like I'm some kind of nutcase, I beg of you. I guess this picture really is a representation of what Larry thinks he saw. But I don't know if what Larry thinks he saw is really what Larry thinks he saw, because maybe their thoughts are really thinking their thoughts, I think. And that's why I made sure to have those removed. But how about the fact that Blade can frickin' roundhouse kick immediately into his backward one, so he pretty much learned how to combo them. Okay, so I was half asleep when I was here that night. Looks like it worked out for Jinx, too. But I was wide awake after the lightning struck, and I saw what I saw. It was exactly like I drew in the picture. It looks like I don't have any choice but to take the sketch at face value. Hey, what's that look down on your face? Pearls?
Yes, Mr. Nick?
I've been meaning to ask you about the night of the murder. Where were you, and what exactly were you doing when it all happened?
I'm just a kid, you know? I'm sure it doesn't really matter what I was doing, does it, Mr. Nick?
Sorry, Pearls, but yes it does. On the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Miss Donham's room reading a book together, but Miss Donham was murdered, and you, Pearls, were at the Inner Temple. Just what happened then that night, Pearls?
I'm really sorry, Mr. Nick.
Oh no, she's got psyche locks?
I've been a bad girl. That's why I'm being punished.
What are you talking about, Pearls?
My spiritual power has disappeared.
What? Her powers have disappeared? What do you mean your powers disappeared, Pearls? And apparently good news. Blade was trained by the master of striking luchador Muta, Okada, Nakamura, Liger, Gargano, and Tiger Mask. Gargano!
It's all over for me. A spirit medium who can't channel spirits is like a painter who can't paint.
Hey, what are you looking at me for? Pearls, did you try to channel someone's spirit right here at Hazakura Temple? Try but failed, perhaps? Way to go, Nick! You made her cry! That was real cruel of you! Just as I thought. I'm gonna have to break her psyche locks to get the truth out of her. But do we have the stuff to do that yet? I don't think we do. Let's move. I wonder if Sister Bikini is back in the main hall yet. I haven't seen Gumshoe around for a while either. I bet they're having a cup of tea together somewhere. I bet Gumshoe is Sister Bikini's type. I think... Wait, hold on. Is Blade Salvadorian also? Because if he is, I think he might have appeared first.
Well, what's the damage? How is the sacred cavern?
It looks like it survived, but we have a bigger problem now. I told Sister Bikini all about it. About the 5 locks that were stopping us from getting inside the cavern. Blade, the character is Japanese. Oh, then you are the first Salvadorian.
But who? Who could have done that? The only people who know how to set those trick locks are those of the Korean tradition.
We have Iris of the Sacred Cavern trying their best to open them for us right now. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to talk with you about, Sister Bikini.
Oh, yes. We were in the middle of a chat, weren't we?
Yes. You were telling me how the Master of Korean disappeared 17 years ago. I think... Well, at least the character for sure. I want to know why Misty Face suddenly appeared at this temple.
It was about a week ago when Mystic Elise...
No, I mean Mystic Misty arrived.
After she showed me the talisman that proved she was a master, she said, "Someone is trying to destroy the Korean tradition's main family line. I am here to put a stop to them."
Someone was trying to destroy the main family line?
There is only one heir to the title of master at any time, and it's usually the eldest. That child becomes a new master of Korean.
But then I think of in real life, Blade might be the first in real life Salvadorian, but you're probably the first in character Salvadorian. That child becomes a new master of Kurain and her daughters, the main family. All mediums become branch family members with no hopes of controlling the clan. That's why nothing has changed throughout the history of the clan. Branch families always have and always will plot to erase those in the main family line. Is the power of the master worth this much bloodshed? You believe in the technique, don't you, Mr. Wright? You know that its power is real. Yes, I do. It's been 2 years since I first met Maya. In that time, I've seen her channel the spirits of the dead plenty of times. During the Mask case, and during Maggie's Bird's trial, too. Thanks to Maya, Mia's always on hand to help me whenever I need her the most. The Kurain technique has made a huge difference to the world, you know. I mean, the ability to communicate with the dead. That's true psychic power, you know. Members of the tradition have always been there behind every important leader. Who wouldn't respect such a tremendous skill? I suppose so, but with all the power and influence, I kind of expected you'd be really rich by now. Are you saying we're poor, Mr. Wright? Oh, you're very direct, aren't you? People don't believe in it anymore, you see? All because of one little mistake. A mistake? What mistake? It was 17 years ago. That's when everything came crashing down. All because of that incident. That incident? Is she talking about what I think she is? I'm sure the records still exist if you're interested. Locked up, of course. It was called the DL6 incident. What happened to the good old person that used to shave his beard with a knife? Apparently he was only in there for that one case. I assume he probably quit the force after that. DL6 incident. I knew it. DL6 incident. I know it well. I handled a related case just 2 years ago. Ah, that's right. So it was you who was the defense attorney on that case. A murder that took place 17 years ago. It was the first time in the country's history the police ever used a spirit medium. The idea was to channel the victim's spirit to learn the identity of the murderer. Alright, and the murder medium who performed the channeling was Misty Faye, Maya's mother. Though Mystic Misty's channeling the name of a certain man surfaced, armed with that as evidence, the investigators were spurred into action. But that man, he was found not guilty, wasn't he? That's right, he was. And the case remained a mystery. In other words, we failed. It was the first case the world had ever seen a Kurain tradition openly involved in. It was all over the media. The public, the judiciary, the people of Kurain Village, everyone judged her. Everyone said Misty's powers were a sham. And then she just disappeared, vanished, while everyone still thought of her as a fraud. But I know the truth. Misty Faye's spirit channeling wasn't a sham at all. Of course it wasn't. And since you managed to reveal the truth, we are finally making a comeback. The Kurain tradition is starting to recover at last. New master wielding the power of the clan. She mean Maya? The spiritual power of the Kurain channeling technique is in the blood. Maya's told me the exact thing before. We, the women of the Fate clan, have always been spirit mediums. It's because of the power to communicate with spirits. According to Maya, only the women in the family can inherit that power. But what if they have no daughter? The main family's bloodline stems directly from Mystic Amy, but with each new generation, only one daughter becomes a new master, and the ones who don't become branch families, right? That's right, and it's always a cause of tragedy. You know, Maya had a sister too, an older sister named Mia. Oh yes, I've heard of her. What? You know about Mia? Of course! She became a lawyer in the hopes of discovering what happened to her mother, and lost her life as a result. Do you know what Mystic Mia is rumored to have said? She said it wasn't only because of her mother that she became a lawyer. She also didn't want to fight with her sister over the leadership of the tradition. Really? Well, she saw what happened to her own mother, Mystic Misty, as she grew up. I guess Mystic Mia got tired of seeing all the rivalry between her mom and her aunt. That's right. Misty Faye had an elder sister too. And Misty, having superior powers, managed to usurp the Master Seed from her. Mystic Misty's sister is Mystic Morgan, as you probably know.
Morgan? That's the name I know well. It was a year ago now at Maya's home, Crane Village. What she did was terrible. It was all so she could make her own daughter the next master. I suppose if you know about Mr. Morgan's daughter, then you must have already realized that Iris... Huh? Iris? What's Iris got to do with any of this? That Iris is Mystic Morgan's daughter. Ooh. Iris is what? Is she kidding me? Iris is Morgan Fay's daughter? Did you just say that Iris is Morgan Fay's daughter? Oops. I thought you already knew. It sounded like you met one of Mystic Morgan's daughters already. I have. I know her very well. Oh? Yes, Pearls. Pearl Fay. But I always thought she was the only child. You jest! That child! She's Mystic Morgan's... I had no idea. Mystic Morgan. But she's in prison now, isn't she? Yes. Ever since she was found to be a co-conspirator in a murder case last year. It was all done to set Pearls up as the next master. I see. So I've been wrong all this time. Mystic Morgan had 3 daughters, not 2. Wait, what? 3? Yes. Iris, her twin sister, and Mystic Pearl. What? Twin sister? Oh, didn't you know? It all happened 20 years ago. After the clan leadership was taken for... Well, Samuel Shaw is being used, not on TV, but on the live events, and he's still doing that creepy gimmick. And he is coming out to the Mass Effect selection music. While Jordan Miles, he's not very happy with the company, so I don't see him being used at all in the foreseeable future, sadly. After the clan leadership was taken from her, Mystic Morgan's life crumbled. It wasn't many years later that Corain's reputation hit an all-time low. When Mystic Morgan's husband realized his wife would never become the master, he left her and the village, taking her twin daughters with him. How awful. He was a jeweler, you know. In the end, he remarried, and that's when it happened. He decided to give one of his girls up, to be looked after by us here at the temple. That was Iris, you see. It's unbelievable. If Iris has a twin sister... Could it be? Could you tell me one more thing, Sister Bikini? What was the name of Iris' sister? I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I just can't remember. All I can recall is that her father was a jeweler. Well, that's a clue, I guess. A jeweler. Thank you very much. You've helped clear up a lot of details. Pearls had 2 older sisters, huh? Yes, that's right. No doubt it was all because of Mr. Morgan's anger towards the main family. Anger? What do you mean? Her twin daughters were taken from her by her jeweler husband, but even that couldn't destroy her dream that a child of hers would one day lead the clan. That's why she had pearls? It seems that the incident here was a result of Mystic Morgan's anger. It was able to break free of the bars that confine her. So Iris has a twin sister. The plot thickens. But this information will be useless unless I can flesh it out a bit. I need to ask more questions and get more info. I think that's all the questions I can ask for, though. So, yeah, like I said, I don't see Miles being used in the foreseeable future. Sounds like someone's unhappy. What tune is it they're humming? Hold on. No motive, no crime, no motive. I remember when we used to search in the channeling room in Corain. Oh, I love my job. Who cares if the clues I find are no good? That's not what investigating's all about. Investigator investigates for the love of investigating. It's a passion. Good cases we have, good cases we've lost along the way. Nobody gets a gumshoe is into reggae. Every case is gonna be airtight. Every case is getting... Hey, pal. Huh? Who, me? How long have you been there? I just got here. Oh, okay. So what are you up to, detective?
I'm investigating, pal. I made a promise to Mr. Edgeworth. I promised I would find a real murder weapon. A real murder weapon? The barbed sword thing turned out to be a false lead, right? I'm giving it my best shot here, but I still haven't turned up any clues. I just found these weird scraps of paper. Looks like a letter or something. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with the case, though. A letter? Give me the letter!
So how's the investigation going, Detective Gumshoe?
I don't know if I should be telling you, pal, but I guess it can't hurt. Looks like the murder took place in the Inner Temple Garden. And they're taking that bloody writing on the lantern pretty seriously back at HQ.
What? You mean...
I don't have the details, pal. All I know is if you don't find Maya down in that sacred cavern, we're going to be faced with one ugly situation.
What kind of ugly situation are we looking at?
I don't know. They're not my words, pal.
And who said it?
Mr. Godo.
Godo? What did he mean by that?
About that letter you found. Don't remind me, pal. I'm busting a gut here trying to find a murder weapon. And all I found is some burn-up old letter.
Burn-up old letter?
Yeah. It was in that incinerator right outside the Inner Temple.
The incinerator? I knew it. I knew I wasn't imagining it. Can I read it? There was snow on the incinerator when I first saw it. But after the incident, the snow had melted away, which means someone used the incinerator on the night of the murder.
It's over you, pal. I've got it right here if you want to take a look.
Can I? Do you mind?
Sure, go nuts. I don't want it, pal. You can have it. It's all spirit mediums and masters and stuff. I bet it's got a relation to the case.
Spirit mediums? Can I read it? It's gotta be important if you mention spirit mediums and masters. I would have given it a good looking over and some serious thought.
Make sure you chuck it in the trash when you're done. Littering's a crime, pal.
I want to read it. Be careful. Once night falls, should be there. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Leave everything up to her. If I can find Chris Bay, I will. Her name is... She is our... The whole... Here's a picture of her. Use it when you channel her. I know you can do it. Once this is burned up, also tell anyone about this letter. Gravely roast the master in the fire of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. Is it a letter from Morgan? Oh shit. Did Morgan write it from prison? So what do you know about the real murder weapon so far? Well, it wasn't the sheet to be found impaled in the victim's body. Mr. Edgeworth proved that in court today. Yes, that's true. In which case, it must have been another blade. And that's what you're running around like a headless chicken looking for now, huh?
Yeah. And man, is it tiring work. But let me tell you something, pal. I'm no chicken. We've got the feather of forensics in our cap these days. We're using the department's secret weapon on this.
Secret weapon?
What's the secret weapon of yours? You want to know? You got everything scientifically, okay? Alright. The murder weapon was a sword. Swords are, scientifically speaking, made of metal, right? Any questions so far?
No. I know what he's gonna say, but I'll let him look smart.
So what's the perfect tool for the job? Ta-da! A metal detector!
Raise your hand if you didn't see this coming from a mile away. Well, I'm sure after the pay-per-view, AEW is probably gonna pick up a little.
Well, you want to give the scientific investigation a go?
Huh?
Me? I've been using this thing for hours now. It gets pretty boring after a while. Why don't you give it a try?
No. Should I help Detective Gumshoe out or not?
Yeah. Come on, pal. It's good fun, I'm telling you.
Alright then. I guess I'll give it a go.
Like I said, this is the department's most advanced gadget, the absolute best. It's so sensitive you can make it cry. It's so high-tech you could skydive off it.
Oh, bother.
So now I'm going to tell you how to use it. It's possible the real murder weapon's around here somewhere, right?
Sure. That's what we're trying to find out.
Right. So first let's turn the detector on. That's the sound of the metal detector's signal bouncing off of something metallic. Next, move the detector around and give the courtyard a good look, you see, pal. Don't worry, this baby will let you know when you've hit something metallic. And when that happens, press the X button to give the area a good hard stare. Got it?
The item picks up metallic stuff.
Take a good look around at everything and anything that's suspicious. Well, there's anything here. Hey, pal! All you gotta do is watch the detector and let it tell you where, okay? This is Miss Donut's staff, isn't it? Scientifically speaking, they're usually made of wood. The detector's reacting to it. Yeah, but however you look at it, the thing's made of wood, alright? I don't bother investigating anything unless it looks like it might be metallic. Isn't the whole point of a metal detector to find metal where you can't see it? It's weird this thing's causing a racket. Here, let me take a look at it. Hey, hands off! Examining evidence is a job for the... Oh shit, we broke it. Ah, the top is coming off. Look what you've done. You've damaged a really important piece of evidence. Ah! Oh, it's a hidden blade. That's a sword inside the stuff. Is this... Could it be the murder weapon? Alright, and murder weapon. I'd never have guessed there'd be a sword concealed in the victim's staff. They call this kind of thing a sword cane, pal. That one's a real gem. The workmanship is really something else. Thank goodness it wasn't a cane sword, or else the victim would have been stabbed her own foot. I officially give up on trying to figure out how Gumshoe's mind works. If the real scene of the crime was the inner temple garden, plus the sword used to kill the victim found in the main hall courtyard. Yeah.
Hey bud, I need to borrow you for just a couple minutes to move the furniture back.
Alright, hold on guys. We'll do one long